Om
Andasya Jnanajalakaya Yakshayena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Shri Saraswati Devi Gauravani Acharya Deshasarini Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaurabhavinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So, which chapter are we doing?
We finished 11.43.
Okay, so who can recite 11.1? I want to be fair to give everyone the chance. So when
Mataji, Varun can recite 11.1.
Okay, Varun, go ahead.
Okay. Arjuna Vacha Madanagyahaya Paramam Gukyam Madhyata Sangitam Yatta Yoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama.
Okay.
Should I say the translation?
Yes, please.
Okay. The translation is Arjuna said, by hearing the instructions Krishna has given him about the most confidential spiritual subjects, his illusion has been dispelled.
Yes. So he's starting this chapter with telling that Krishna, I have heard your instructions and my illusion is dispelled. Okay, so then he asked Krishna that, may I say, if you feel it's okay, can you please show me your universal form? So Krishna answers that what he needs to see the universal form in 11.8. Who's going to tell that?
Can Prahlad tell?
Okay, Prahlad.
Natumam satya shedrashtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu pashyame yogamaishvaram.
Correct.
Good job, Prahlad. Can you tell the translation? Prahlad, can you say the translation? Okay.
Unmute.
Okay. I don't have the translation.
But you know the translation, right? Natumam sakya se drishtum.
Krishna says you need divine eyes and
Who will give the divine eyes?
Krishna gave the divine eyes to Arjuna.
Yes. Krishna. So Krishna gives the divine eyes to Arjuna. Okay. And okay, so then after getting divine eyes, everything started to change around Arjuna. He was seeing so many things around him up till the sky. It was like a big roller coaster. And then he said in 11.15, basically what he's seeing from the topmost from the bottommost rung of the universe to the topmost rung, everything he was seeing. So who can say text 11.15?
Can Anirudh say it?
Yes, Anirudh.
Arjuna Uvacha Pashyami Devamstava Deva Dehe Sarvamstatha Bhuta Vishesha Sanghan Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastham Rishimscha Sarvanuragamscha Divyan. Translation. Arjuna said, My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Yeah, you see, he's seeing Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and then on top of the world, he sees Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, and he's seeing the Lord Shiva, sages, and divine serpents, everyone. Then he saw so many other things, like he saw that the faces were kept on changing. There were thousands of arms and bellies and so much sound and so many different eyes and everything looking at him. And then he saw the past, present, and future also. So then he saw that who was going into his mouth.
All the Kauravas and everyone.
All the soldiers on the battlefield?
Yes, Mishti, all the Kauravas except for the few Pandava soldiers, he saw everyone entering into the mouth and some dashed against the teeth with their heads stuck. So that was so picturesque he was able to see. Then he was so bewildered. Suddenly, you can imagine you're talking to a friend and then you ask something and then everything around you changes forever. So, and then Arjuna was so bewildered and he was asking, who are you? Please tell me, who are you? I want to know who you are. Then Krishna answers that in 11.32. Those who have not told the shloka so far, who wants to say 11.32? Kanchan? Yes, Kanchan.
Shri Bhagavana Vacha Kalosmin Loke Loka Shirakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumeha Pravritaha Videpi Tvam Na Bhavishanti Sarve Yavishthathita Prati Anikesh Yoda.
Okay, very good. Can you say the translation?
Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyers of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas, and all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Yeah. You see, Krishna is saying what? I am time and I've come here for destruction. Okay. Then Krishna says one where this can be said after showing everything, this is an application verse. What he's asking Arjuna to do, 11.33. Mishti, do you want to say?
Yes, Mataji. Tasmat tvamatteshta yasho labhasva jitva shatrunvam swarajyam samrityam mayayvite nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi.
Very good. Can you read the translation?
I don't have the book with me, but I think I remember like Krishna saying that you should get up and fight and win glory and win your kingdom. And all these soldiers have already been put to death by me, and you can also Visachi can be just an instrument.
Wow, that was so exact. Thank you, Mishti. That was so nice. Okay, then after hearing all this, after seeing all this, after getting these instructions, then Arjuna said so many verses, and then he said this verse. We are learning this verse, one of the verses that he glorified the Lord, which is 11.43.
Can I see that?
Let me see who has raised hands. I see Krishna Chaitanya. Do you want to say that, Krishna Chaitanya?
Yes, Mataji. Pitasya lokasya charasya tvamasya pujyasya gurur gariyan natvat samostya
Abhyadika.
vyadhika kutonyo lokatraye pratima prabhava.
Very good. Okay.
You are the father of the living and non-living. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. There is no one great equal to you, nor is there can anyone be one with you. And how can there ever be anyone stronger than you, O Lord of immense, measurable power?
Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I see two raised hands. Who's Divyansh and okay, Divyansh and Srinidhi. Do you want to say any of these shlokas?
Yeah, I wanted to say 11.43.
Okay, go ahead.
Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujaschya gururgariyan natvat samusti abhiyadikaha kutonyo lokatrayevi apratima prabhava.
Very good, Divyansh. Thank you. Srinidhi, do you want to recite?
Yeah, I was also going to do 11.43.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujascha gariyan natvat samusti apyatika kutonyo lokatrayepi apatima prabhava.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So, let's see what happens after this. So we saw till here what Arjuna is saying about the universal form and how he's saying that Krishna, you're everything. Now I will share my screen again. Okay, so after this, let's read. We'll take turns one by one. Those who haven't got chance to read the shloka so far, so please go ahead and read text 44. Who wants to read? Say your name.
Shaurya.
Mataji, can I read?
Yeah, Shaurya, then Aditya.
Read
Lord,
Mataji.
Supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you. Thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrong things I may have done to you.
Yeah. See, after seeing how great his friend is, Arjuna is asking this, that let me please, you're so great, but then I treated you as though you're my friend. So please forgive me and tolerate the wrongs I have done. See, a father is always ready to forgive his son. A friend is always, even though you quarrel with a friend, if it's a real friend, then, you know, the friendship doesn't go away. It deepens. And the husband and wife, although there is fight, but still each of them tolerate each other. So he says that, please, like that, please tolerate whatever I may have done to you. Okay, next, I said someone, is that Shreya, do you want to read?
Yes, Mataji. Do I read text 45?
Yes.
After seeing the universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of the worlds, O abode of the universe.
Wow. So what was Arjuna's reaction after seeing the universal form?
He's glad, but he's also like just very disturbed with fear.
Why?
Because universal form is very scary.
Okay. And for Arjuna, you know, he's such a brave warrior. Why was it scary for him?
Me also, because Krishna was his friend, and then he never realized that Krishna was, like, he knew Krishna was Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna was it, but he never realized Krishna could show the universal form like that. Surprise.
Right. And also, however great a living entity can be, can never equal the Supreme Lord, right? So the Supreme Lord is always more powerful, and he's a supreme. And why is he gladdened? Why is he glad? Why he says that he's gladdened to see the universal form?
We all
Never seen it before.
Sorry?
We all know that he's a Krishna Supreme Personality of Godhead now.
Yes, Arjuna was so happy that Krishna, who is his friend, is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So he's so happy that, Krishna is showing his universal form, not just telling. So he's so happy for his friend that he's a Supreme Lord. But at the same time, this friend, the Supreme Lord, if he wants to scare someone, whoever it may be, nobody can stand with him. So he's disturbed with fear. Okay, so who wants to read? Somebody raised the hand. Adi Purush? Okay, Shreya, you read, right? Varun?
Vikyat can read, Mataji.
Okay, Vikyat, you can read next verse. I called on Varun. Varun, do you want to go ahead? Text
Okay,
46.
text number 46, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form, which helmeted head with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form.
So what form is Arjuna specifically asking to see?
The universal form.
Is it universal form, Varun?
It's a four-handed form.
That's a four-handed form.
He's asking, please show me the four-handed form. Okay, let's see what he gets to see. Who was that?
Vikyat.
Yeah, Vikyat.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, happily I shown you my internal potency, this supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence.
Okay, so Krishna is saying how he has shown the universal form. He's saying that, he's saying one word, how I shown my universal form.
Internal potency?
Yes. Krishna doesn't need any external help to do anything. So he's saying by his internal potency, he saw the universal form. Okay. And was the universal form seen before by many people?
No, not really.
Okay. Text 48. Who wants to read? Who has not read before so far? Aditya.
O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances can I be seen in this form in the material world. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, why has no one before Arjuna seen this form?
Because it's not easy to attain, and no one has ever seen in the material world.
And like you can't do it by any, you can't do it by any activities like studying Vedas and like doing yagyas or giving charity or anything else.
Yes. So then how did Arjuna see?
With the divine eyes Krishna gave to him.
Krishna gave to him the divine eyes, and Krishna decided to reveal his form to him. Only because of that, Arjuna got to see this. Okay, 49. Sai Vedas.
49.
Yeah.
You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be. Wait, I can't see what's after B.
Oh, why?
Is it only B or is it be devoted?
No, let it be finished. Can everyone see or no?
I can see.
I can see
see
it.
it.
Yeah, maybe you have to, if you're seeing on the phone, you double tap so that thing will fit in the screen.
I'm doing that now. Clear. Okay, I see it better now.
Okay, you want to come?
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah. By seeing this horrible feature of mine, now let it be finished, my devotee. Be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire.
Yeah. So, Krishna is saying that, be free again from all disturbances. Now you can see the form you desire, right? So he's willing to show this form. See, whatever form Arjuna asks, Krishna is ready to show. First, Arjuna asked, let me see the universal form. Krishna gave the divine eyes. Now he's asking, let me see the 400 form. And then he will ask, let me see the 200 form. Why do you think that whatever Arjuna asked, Krishna it's echoing? I think there are two devices. Can everyone be on mute?
I'm trying, Mataji.
Okay, why do you think that like Krishna was all the forms that whatever Arjuna asked for?
Mataji, I think it's because Arjuna was a great devotee of Krishna. And yeah.
Yes, that's the thing, Krishna is ready to do anything for a devotee because Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. Krishna is so reciprocative to a devotee. So, yeah, that's why whatever Arjuna asked. Can everyone be on mute, please?
Mataji, can you mute me? I can't mute myself for some reason. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we did till text 50. Who wants to do?
Krishna Chaitanya.
Yes, Krishna Chaitanya, go ahead.
Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form, and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. And Mataji, I have a question. How did Arjuna know, like in many stories, Krishna shows his four-handed form? I didn't like as a coincidence that Arjuna asked for the four-handed form too. It's a famous form.
No, you're asking why did Arjuna ask Krishna to show the 400 form?
Yeah, because in many stories we also see Krishna shows the four-handed form. It's like a famous form, so.
Yeah, actually, 400 form is a form of liberation. Where we see in Vaikuntha, the Vishnu Dutas, Vishnu himself is having a 400 form. So Arjuna is asking here to show, asking Krishna to show the 400 form to prove that Krishna, if Krishna is not the original personality of Godhead, he cannot show the 400, neither the universal form. So that's what Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, that Krishna, he can change from universal form to 400 form to 200 form. And it was Krishna who first changed into universal form. So basically Arjuna, in fact, he asked Krishna to show the universal form, not for himself, but to prove to the world that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So he asked, not by coincidence, but he wanted everyone to take this form that Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead and the 400 form is his expansion. Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, text 51. I think we are late. Who can read? Anyone who can read?
Mataji, Srinidhi can read.
Yes, Srinidhi.
When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature.
So what was his feelings in contrast to what he saw the universal form?
So when he saw the universal form, he was in fear. But when he saw this form, he thought it was very beautiful and he liked that. And he is now composed in mind.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. So 52, who wants to read? Mishti?
Yes, Mataji, can my sister read?
Yeah.
Should I read?
Mishti's sister.
Yeah. Should I read text 53?
Yes.
Okay. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that no one can see me as I am.
Very good. I think I skipped 52. So I'll read that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. You see then how, so Krishna is saying to Arjuna that the two-handed form, even demigods don't get to see. Demigods are waiting to see the two-handed form, and demigods, when they have a problem, they go to Brahma, and Brahma goes to the milk ocean. There he meditates on Vishnu, and then Vishnu sends a message in Brahma's heart. He's not visible to everyone, even Mahavishnu. So what to speak of Krishna? So we are very, very fortunate to see Krishna in a deity form. This two-handed form was not available for a long time, because only once in a day of Brahma, only once in 1000 Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yugas, Krishna comes. Okay, so text 53. Yeah, we did 53 and 54. We are going to do now. So this is text 54. Let's see what Krishna says here. Bhaktya Tvananya Sakya Bhaktya Tvananya Shakya Bhaktya Tvananya Shakya Ahamevam vidorjuna Nyatum Drashtum cha tatvena
Tatvena
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
Jnatum Drashtum Tatvena
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
Jnatum
Drashtum Chatattvena
प्रवेष्टुं च
Pravishtum
Praveshtum
cha
परन्तप
Parantapa
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
Praveshtum
Pravishtum
Cha
cha
Parantapa
भक्त्या त्वनन्यया शक्य
Bhaktya
Bhaktyatya Ananya Shakya
अहमेवं विदोऽर्जुन
Aham Evam
Evam
Vidorjuna
Vidorjuna
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
Jnatum Drashtum
Drashtum cha
Chatattvena
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
Pravishtum cha
Praveshtum Cha
Parantapa
Parantapa
भक्त्या त्वनन्यया शक्य
Bhaktyatvananya Shakya
Shakya
अहमेवं विदोऽर्जुन
Aham
Aham Evam
Evam
Vidorjuna
Arjuna
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
Jnatum
Jnatum
Drashtum cha
Drashtum
Tatvena
Chatattvena
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
Praveshtum
Pravishtum
Cha
cha
Parantapa
Parantapa
Okay, so praveshtum. What's the meaning?
To enter
to enter into
Like this.
Vida.
Vidaha
In fact,
Tatvena.
to know.
Jnatum
Oh, subduer of the enemy.
Vidaha
Okay. Without being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge.
Ananyaya
Nyatum.
To know.
to know
Takyaha.
possible
Also.
Cha.
cha
To enter into.
Pravishtum
Praveshtum. Okay. By devotional service.
Bhaktya
yeah
Okay. So what is the meaning of Bhaktya Tvananyaya Shakya?
By devotional service, but without being
By
mixed with
devotional
fruitive
service,
being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge by
Okay.
devotional
Aham
service.
evam vidurjuna. What's the meaning of
I can be
aham?
seen like
It can
this.
be known
Oh
like
Arjuna, I like this.
Arjuna, I can be known like
so Arjuna.
Okay. Gnatum drashtum cha tatvena.
To know, to see, and oh wait, no.
In
know to
fact, to know,
In
to
fact,
see,
okay.
and
Praveshtum cha parantapa.
enter into
to
to
also
enter into
to
also
enter
O
into
subdue of the enemy.
Who was the subduer of the enemy?
Arjuna.
Arjuna. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Let's read the translation. Who's going to read the translation? Yes, Siddharth. Who wants to read?
I'd like to lead Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understandings.
Yeah. Okay, so how can Krishna be seen directly?
only by doing devotional service.
Devotional service.
Devotional service.
Only by doing, sorry?
Undivided
Devotional
Devotional
service.
Okay,
Devotional service.
what's the difference between undivided devotional service and divided devotional service?
Divided devotional
own-
service, it's like
undivided-
that you're deviated from doing your task.
Okay, I call upon Mishti. What do you mean? What's the difference between undivided devotional service and divided devotional service?
Undivided is like when you that's the only thing you devotional service to Krishna is the only thing you think about. You don't do anything else. But divided is you do a bit of devotional service, you do a bit of this and that, and you're serving Maya and Krishna at the same time.
Yeah. That's okay. That's not the wrong answer. But can someone refine this more?
Can I try?
Yes.
So what I think undivided attention is when you're focused on Krishna, and that's the only thing you can see in your mind, in your eyes are closed, they're all focused on Krishna, and everything is like devoted to Krishna, and nothing is like doing something material or something.
Yeah, this is maybe exactly the same thing that Mishti said, but in a different words.
So undivided is like you're not like dividing your time in like different things, like but you're only doing devotional service.
Yeah, but then we have to eat and sleep and recreate and do that. Is that all devotional service?
Yes, devotional service. When sleeping, they can remember. So when they're eating Krishna's saying divine food like that.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, so that's also right. Here, what undivided devotional service means, see in the thing, without being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge, means karma or jnana. Means I am doing devotional service, but for a material gain. So when we do devotional service for a material gain, then that's divided devotional service. Or when we do devotional service as a process of jnana to achieve knowledge, or with either knowledge as a means or knowledge at the end, that is called divided devotional service. So pure bhakti means nothing else you want from Krishna. Only you wanted to serve him. That mood without being mixed with any other attitudes, that's called undivided devotional service. Okay. So by doing undivided devotional service, you can enter into what?
Mysteries of mind, his understanding, Krishna's understanding.
Goal.
Yes, it's not easy to understand Krishna. It's a mystery, but by doing undivided devotional service, we can understand that. Okay, few more volunteers who can read this.
Can Vikyat Mataji?
Mataji,
Yes.
Varun can read it.
Yeah, Vikyat, can you read the first one, and Varun would do the second one.
No one can understand Krishna or how he came from parents in a four-handed form and at once just changed himself into a two-handed form. These things are very difficult to understand by study of the Vedas or by philosophical speculation. Therefore, it is clearly stated here that no one can see him or enter into his understanding of these matters.
Yeah, that's what we discussed now, especially Krishna's four-handed form and two-handed form. How he came as a four-handed form and how he changed into two-armed form, we cannot understand this without being a devotee. It's very difficult to understand. If you study the Vedas also, you cannot find out a formula or you cannot find out a reason. Okay, this is why he changed and this is how he changed. No, we can't do that. Okay, more about the forms. Varun, can you read?
Okay, Mataji. The personal forms of Krishna, the two-handed form and the four-handed, are described as Sudarsham. Sudarsham. Very difficult. Sudurdarsham. Very difficult to see. They are completely different from the temporary universal form shown to Krishna. The four-handed form of Narayan and the two-handed form of Krishna are eternal and transcendental, whereas the universal form exhibited to Arjuna is temporary.
Yeah. So what's the difference between the universal form and the four-handed and two-handed forms?
The universal form is temporary, and the two-handed form and four-handed form are permanent.
Yes, eternal, and both are transcendental. So we know that how Devaki and Vasudeva, first he appeared in a four-armed form. And do you remember what he said to Devaki and Vasudeva? What Krishna was showing?
Take me to Mother Yashoda's place.
Okay, and
leave me there.
Okay, that's one thing. And what else he said?
He
Bring
will
my
kill
sister
Kamsa.
back.
No, he didn't say that he'll kill Kamsa.
He brought a Yogamaya. Like Yogamaya was like born to Yashoda, and
yeah, he said
Krishna
that.
was there.
Yeah, he said that. And one more thing he said.
He'll clear all obstacles.
No. He said that I am appearing in four-armed form so that you will believe me that I am the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, you may not know that, and then you don't need to worry. And he also said about their 3 past lives. Right? Anybody knows that, what he said? Okay, go read from Krishna book and tell me as a homework the next class. Okay, so what's, if at all, okay, who wants to read this?
Mataji, Shrindi can read.
Yeah, Shrindi, go ahead.
Since charity. If one at all wants to understand Krishna, he must follow the regulative principles describing in the authoritative literature. One can perform penance in accordance with those principles. For example, to undergo serious penances, one may observe fasting on Janmashtami, the day on which Krishna appeared, and on the 2 days of Ekadashi, the 11th day after the new moon and the 11th day after the full moon. Mataji, should I read the next paragraph or not?
Yeah, let's discuss this. Maybe you can pause. Okay. So, how to understand Krishna as what is mentioned here? To understand Krishna, what we should do?
We should follow regulative principles.
Yeah, we should follow the regulative principles. Not that by following regulative principles we can surely understand Krishna, but we please Krishna, right? By following the regulative principles. So what are the different penances that's mentioned here?
Fasting on Janmashtami and 2 Ekadashis.
Okay, why? Can you tell me the name, how Ekadasi came about?
Can you repeat the question?
How did the name, like define the name Ekadashi?
Like she's the one Dasi of Krishna.
Yeah, I'm not asking about the form or personality, but why is Ekadashi called Ekadashi?
It's the 11th day.
11th day.
11th day after what?
After the
full moon and new moon.
Full moon and new moon, right? The 11th day after new moon is also Ekadashi. The 11th day after full moon is Ekadashi. The 10th day after 10th day is called?
It's like Dashami.
Dashami.
The 9th day is called?
Navami.
8th day is called?
Ashtami.
Ashtami. And why is Janmashtami? What do you mean by Janmashtami now?
8th
The
day
beginning.
after the full or moon, or full or new moon.
Yeah, 8th day from the full moon or new moon is Ashtami, and Janmashtami means? Janma Ashtami.
Birth.
Krishna has appeared on the 8th day after full moon or new moon. So that's why it's called Janmashtami. Okay. So these days we have to observe fasting. Have you all Have you tried fasting on these days?
Yes.
Yeah.
Janmashtami and Ekadashi?
Yes.
How many of you do Ekadashi?
I do.
I do it, Mataji.
Very good.
I do it, Mataji.
But
Yeah,
we fast from grains.
sorry?
I only fast from grains. I
Yeah,
can't
we only
go
fast from
nirjal.
grains.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
I only fast
wonderful.
from
Yes,
grains too.
same. We
That's
only fast from
wonderful in
grains.
your age. That's all required to fast from grains. And it is not difficult, right? Without grains, your moms can make wonderful dishes to offer to Krishna. We can eat vegetables, fruits, nuts, and non-grain prasadam we can eat, right? So that's a wonderful thing that we can do. Actually, fasting is also like feasting. That's because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So we all should try and do Ekadashi. It's not at all hard. And Janmashtami, we can fast as much as possible. We can see that Srila Prabhupada recommended for older devotees to fast nirjal if they can, or if they cannot, then take water. If they cannot, then they can take liquids like fruit juices and milk. And if they cannot, then you can take fruits like that, right? So you can do whatever fasting level that suits you, but it's very pleasing to the Lord when we take such penances. Okay, and then charity. Who wants to read this?
Vidya, can you-
Yes, Vikya.
Charity should be given to the devotees of Krishna who are engaged in his devotional service to spread the Krishna philosophy or Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Krishna consciousness is a benediction to humanity.
Can you explain how Krishna consciousness is a benediction to humanity?
Because even if you don't have anything material, you can survive.
Sorry? Can you repeat
Even
it?
if you don't have anything material, like you'll be satisfied.
Yes, that's very nice, Vikyan. Thank you. So Krishna consciousness brings satisfaction. That's wonderful. Okay, and so Krishna consciousness, does it require money to spread Krishna consciousness? Why and how?
No, it does not.
It does not require money to run a temple?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it needs
Right?
to manage the fees, the loans, and everything. Like it has to
Yes,
manage the temple in the first place. They had to like pay some money to manage everything, the lights and all that
wonderful.
stuff.
The electricity bill and then the preparing the bogart to the deities and devotees and the Sunday feast and maintain, just like living in a house. You pay so many bills to live in the house. Same way, when Krishna lives in his house, which is called a temple, that incurs a lot of cost for it. So who will pay that?
The devotees.
The
Yes.
devotees.
So that's why we have to give charity to devotees of Krishna, to the temple, to the various projects. There is cow protection, there is farming, there is book publication, distribution, and prasadam distribution. All these things we can give charity to. So all of you, when you grow up and when you start earning money, would you give to Krishna?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How much will you give?
As much
I
as
don't
I
know.
have in my wallet.
Yeah.
Krishna is hearing and he will take note of that. Okay, anyway, the point is we all are very, very grateful to the Lord. Without him, we cannot even survive. He's our dearmost friend. And
Without him, we wouldn't even live.
Sorry?
Without him, we wouldn't even exist.
Exactly. That is why we have to give charity to maintain, to spread Krishna consciousness. And you should all think about innovative ways how we can present Krishna consciousness. Okay. So one of the important aspects of devotional life, the very, very important aspect is this. That is approaching a bona fide spiritual master. Who wants to read this? Prahalad?
Mataji, can Varun read it?
Yeah, okay, Varun.
Okay. Yasya deve parabhaktir yata deve tata guru tasyaite katita hyarta prakashante mahatmana. One was unflinching devotion for the Supreme Lord and he is directed by the Supreme Master, in whom he has similar unflinching faith, can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead by revelation. One cannot understand Krishna by mental speculation. For one who does not take personal training under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, it is impossible to even begin to understand Krishna. The word tu is specifically used here to indicate that no other process can be recommended, or can be successful in understanding Krishna.
So what should we have towards a spiritual master?
Submission,
unflinching faith.
Unflinching. What do you mean by flinching faith and unflinching faith?
Flinching faith is when you're like doubting, but
very good. Yeah, you doubt, whether it's really true, whether my guru is real. But unflinching faith means your faith
when
no doubt.
When you have no doubt and you're confident that this is the person.
And when your faith does not like change, deteriorate, like it doesn't.
Very good. Very good. So we need to have unflinching faith in the spiritual master and unflinching devotion to the Supreme Lord. Then if we can be personally trained, and then only if we are personally trained and if we have these two things, what is the fruit of this?
We can see Krishna by revelation.
Yes, we can even begin to understand Krishna. Only then we can begin to understand Krishna, right? So there is no other process, only this. So who was the spiritual master of Krishna? Krishna himself is the spiritual master of the whole world, but he also accepted a spiritual master to show the importance of accepting spiritual master. Who's that?
Sandipani
Muni. Okay, very good. Who is the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya?
Ishwarapuri.
Ishwarapuri, very good. Okay. Okay, here we see how Mahavishnu is an expansion of Krishna. Quickly, who can read this?
Mataji, can I read?
Yes, go ahead.
The sloka?
Yeah, you can read?
Yes, Mataji. No.
Okay, I can read it, okay?
I can read the translation.
Okay, so I'll read the shloka. As stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.48, Yasyai Kanishwasita Kala Matavalambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadandanataha Vishnur Mahatsaiha Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yeah, you can read.
The Mahavishnu, into whom all the innumerable universes enter and from whom they come forth again, simply by breathing process, is a planetary expansion of Krishna. Therefore, I worship Govinda, Krishna, the cause of all the causes. Therefore, one should conclusively worship the personal form of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has eternal bliss and knowledge. He is the source of all forms of Vishnu. He is the source of all forms of the incarnation. He is the original Supreme Personality, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. So who is an expansion of who as given here?
Mahavishnu is an expansion of Krishna.
Yes, Mahavishnu is an expansion of Krishna. And who is saying this?
Lord Brahma.
Brahma. Very good. Okay. Yeah. And this is also told by Lord Brahma. Who can read this?
I can read the sloka of this.
Yes, go ahead.
Ishwarah Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anade Radha Govinda sarva karana karanam.
Can you read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna, who has a body of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. He has no beginning, for he is the beginning of everything. He is the cause of all the causes.
Yeah, you see, Krishna. I mean, why is it important that for us that Brahma is saying such a thing?
He's the father of the universe.
Very good. That's a good answer. So he is the one who created this universe. Okay, so when he is saying that I am Krishna is my cause, Sarva Karana Karanam, he's a cause of all causes, then we give attention because he is the creator of this universe, he is our great grandfather, and so when he says something, then that has so much weightage. Everybody else, all the devas were created by Brahma. Okay, where is the shloka? Do you remember this? This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, and that says that Krishna is the supreme personality of all incarnations. Anyone wants to read this?
Krishna Chaitanya can read.
Yeah, go ahead, Krishna Chaitanya.
Eti cham sakalapam sa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Shri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appeared on planets when there is a disturbance created by the atheists. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists.
Yeah, you see, after describing all the incarnations, 22 incarnations, then Shukadeva Goswami is saying that all these incarnations who come in different yuga to whenever there is a disturbance are none other than portions or plenary portions of the Lord. Portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord means they are expansions of his energies, expansion of him in different capacities as and when required. So can you quickly tell what are all the incarnations that you see here?
Matsyadev.
Yes, and
Varahavatar, Narsingadev,
Varaha,
Matsya,
Narsimha, Parshuram, Buddha,
Buddha, Krishna, Varaha,
very
Kurmadev.
Rama, Ram.
Yes, you see all the 10 incarnations we get. Yes, so this is how we know that how Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this will be your homework shloka. Text 54. Bhaktya tvananya shakya ahamevam vidorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Ready to play Kahoot?
Yes!
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Can you share your screen, Uma?
All this time I don't hear you. Now when Kahoot time you're coming?
Yeah, because Kahoot is the best part.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
3544139. Okay, so many. Divyansh, Pray, Kanchan, Srinidhi. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 16, but someone not playing. Or... Wait, now there's 14? Huh?
Balavrinda, did you attend the class? Did you understand Balavrinda or is it Mataji?
Or is it just a person in this class?
Yes, that's it. Anybody
Mataji,
else?
it is Vrinda only, Mataji. She likes to press on the options. She doesn't check the question also sometimes. Sometimes she does with the help of me.
Okay. Let her do, Mataji. You don't help her. Okay.
Whose car?
So that's it. Anyone
The
else?
good news is that Jesus is gone.
Yes. Can we start?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel it can be with kids because if adults take part, then it's not fair for kids. So yeah, all the kids do it. So you have to say the next line of the shloka. Eight people got it right.
Yeah, I picked red.
Natvat samosti abhyadika kutonyo. This was a last week homework. So let's see. Aditya, Kanchan, Srinidhi, Krishna Chintan, Aditya K. Good job. The next one. Lord Krishna can be attained by penances and austerities.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good question. Yeah, I definitely picked the wrong answer. Yeah.
Yes, because penance and austerities are like following the rules and regulations. By that, Krishna can be pleased to reveal himself, but ultimately Krishna has to reveal himself. Okay.
You can only do it by devotional service.
Yes.
I'm in fourth.
Four-handed Vishnu form,
Mute.
four-handed Krishna form, or it's a multi-select, I think.
No, it's not.
No,
It's actually not.
No,
They're not. It's just one.
Yeah, we actually read this in a
Yeah.
paragraph.
I
That's a
think
hint.
it's not multi-select.
Yeah, we actually read this in a. Yes.
Yes, our eternal.
Get it right.
Arya is in ninth place, and I know it for a fact.
Aditya, Kanchan.
Shaurya is in ninth place.
And Srinidhi, good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Varun is in
So this is a multi-select. Fasting on
Fasting
Janmashtami
on
and
Janmashtami.
Ekadasi.
Do that. Awakens devotion. Is it supposed to be devotional service?
No, it's
Mataji, does it have to be what we read in the book, like purport?
Yes, so it burns the sinful reactions. We know that we have read Ekadasi Mahatmya, right?
Got out of time when I just pressed submit.
So it pleases Lord Krishna and it awakens bhakti or devotion in us. So it is recommended to do that. Okay.
Who doesn't please me?
Aditya K and pray. Okay.
That is horrible.
Lord Krishna can be understood only by mixed devotional service.
Yeah, it's so muchly true.
Yeah, this is actually pretty true because, you know,
yeah,
we see so many examples of it.
Yeah,
everyone got it right. Good job.
I got 1,000 points.
I got 979.
Yes.
And I'm still in 9th place.
Kanchan has the highest answer streak.
And then I went down like
Kanchan.
5.
Lord Krishna, spiritual master, and Lord Chaitanya, spiritual master. See the order properly.
Yep. No! Oh, okay, good. I didn't want to range.
Okay. I know one of them, so the other one is fine. Yeah. How am I still in 9th place?
Good job. 14 of you got it right.
Because everyone's getting
Why am I in 13th place?
So Prahalad has a streak with 6 correct answers in a row. Aditya, good job. Okay, the next question. It's the most difficult question.
No!
Is it not? Krishna is an incarnation of Mahavishnu. 8 people. No. Mahavishnu is an expansion of Krishna. Yes, Srinidhi, good job. Okay, next. The last question. We have only 8 questions. Lord Krishna is the cause of all causes. Says who? So many people say this, but this is with respect to what we saw today.
Don't even tell me. Don't even tell. No!
Yes, it's Lord Brahma who says Sarva Karana Karanam. So let's see.
Why did I just pick that?
Krishna
I'm dying of laughter because of you.
Place. Kanchan is the 2nd place. And first one is...
I'm not attending another Kahoot.
Aditya R. Good job. Runners are Aditya K and Srinidhi. Okay, it's already late. We are 15 minutes past.
Wait, Mataji, can you show the full report?
No, please don't.
Please do.
Actually, can you? Yeah, please do. Please do. Please do.
I don't know why nation. View full report. View report. Suppliers. Okay, so this is a full report. 100%, 100%, 100%. Good job, everyone. Whether we win or not, we learned something, isn't it? I had no time for more questions. Yes. I was making questions till 8:15. So I'm sorry. Okay, so thank you all very much for joining today. And it was so nice. We heard a lot about the Lord. Bodhayantaha parasparam. Hari bol. Thank you for sharing your realizations. So we can end the call. Anybody has any questions? Okay, see you next week, Krishna willing, and we can memorize this verse. Bhaktya Tvananyaya Shakya. So now we are going to come to the end of the 11th chapter soon, and after that, we will have a test in the 11th chapter. So if you want to catch up on memorizing the shlokas, you can do it and be prepared for the test, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Jai.
ललितांगी माता जी की जय।
Mataji, Hare
Gita
Krishna.
Gandharvika Mataji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
जय।